How's it going, friends? Here's another video for you. What is today? Thursday, I think? Thursday. Who cares? Who's counting? It's October, right? Anyways, I wanted to do a video on lap steels because I have two of them. Not often played out. I've done a tour here and there with them. Mostly use them for home recording or session work, stuff like that. Recently did a record with a girl named Anna Rose, who's a good friend. Hi, Anna. Played lap steel a bunch on her record. Check that record out. It's awesome. But I've got two lap steels. I wanted to show you both of them. They're different tunings. Have different features. It's pretty exciting stuff. But hey, I think everything's exciting when you're quarantined. Lap steel 1. This is a kind of a reissue of a 50s Fender lap steel. This is called the FS52. This is awesome. This was my second lap steel. I had one called a Chandler originally. That was kind of a southwestern kind of looking one. I wish I still had it. I got it years ago because I did a record up in Seattle with my friend Aaron Sprinkle, and I've never been good at playing slide. Like I've never, like on a guitar. I always wanted on my ring or middle finger, and I have big gorilla hands. So it's always been tough to find a slide to fit my finger. So my go around was I just put my guitar on my lap and I bought one of these kind of slides. It was easy. All of a sudden I knew my way around the guitar because it was just normal guitar tuning. And so I did that. I remember showing it to my dad, you know, after the record was done, and he was like, "Oh, you should get a lap steel." I was like, "I don't know what that is." It's the Southern California. Like the country thing wasn't popular again. This is well past the Bakersfield thing. Late 90s, early 2000s. I mean, rap rock was huge. Not a lot of lap steel on rap rock records. I don't think the song "Rollin'" by Limp Bizkit had lap steel. Anyway, so I went down to the Guitar Center in Fountain Valley, California, and went to the guitar section and said, "Hey man, do you have any lap steels?" And the guy looked at me like I was crazy, and he had to look it up in the computer, of course, and lo and behold, they had one. So we finally found it hanging on the wall in the corner collecting dust. It was one in the entire store, and it was that Chandler one, so I bought it. I learned by basically tuning it like a guitar at first. I didn't know anything about alternate tunings. Just tuned it like a guitar so I knew where I was going on it, and getting used to holding this, because, you know, there's the other slides that are like, I think they're called soap bar slides. A lot of pedal steel guys use, a lot more weight to them. I wanted something I could pick up, you know, so yeah, you just kind of hold it like that. I bought one of these and yeah, played that Chandler a ton just to learn. I was so obsessed with it all of a sudden. And I never wanted to be like the ripper on lap steel, like a guy, you know, chicken picking kind of country stuff. I just wanted to make cool sounds and run it through weird reverb pedals and stuff like that. And so yeah, I played it, you know, I got it in probably 2001 and played all the way until I moved back to Nashville. And then in 05 or 06, I sold the Chandler. I wanted something a little more classic looking, so I got the Fender FS52. It's in the tuning C6, and the only reason I chose that tuning was because Don Helms, who was Hank Williams' lap steel player, that was his tuning, at least, you know, from what I looked up at the time. And also, it's one of the Hawaiian tunings too, which I'll show you in a second. So with C6 tuning, you can do like kind of the Hawaiian sound. The pickup on this is real harsh, by the way. I should change it one day. I always have to turn the tone knob down. So yeah, that's kind of the Hawaiian thing, but it's also like the Hank Williams thing. You can do more of the kind of the Texas swing thing or whatever, but so yeah, that's kind of the country thing in C6 tuning. Moving on to the best lap steel of all time. This, my friends, this is a Duesenberg Pomona. This is incredible. They introduced these, I want to say in like 06, 07 or something like that. I'm not specific, so if Duesenberg is watching, I'm sorry. But I remember when these things got released, and I thought, oh my god, this is amazing, because they have, first of all, they have benders. So you can basically, here, I'll plug it in to give you an example. So these have benders, so basically you can kind of get somewhat pedal steel kind of things. That alone is just worth it for these things. They're incredible. Plus, as opposed to the Fender lap steel, this has two pickups. Like I said, that one's really harsh sounding. always have to turn the tone knob down. And this one, even the bridge one, and this is just going through a pod, but the bridge one even sounds good. I was just really excited about having a neck pickup. It just sounds so smooth. Another cool feature on this one is it has a sliding capo. So this is tuned to open D. So what's cool is if you're like a slide player, lap steel, or even a dobro player, and you play in open tunings a lot, where you're doing a lot of, hammer on or pull off stuff, that kind of stuff. That's in D. Let's say you want to change the key of the tune. Oh, what's that? You want to play the song in G? Pretty neat. So another really cool thing about this specific Duesenberg Pomona is it's all black. Just black and chrome hardware. If you go to the website, you won't see this on there. I was fortunate enough to get to know one of the dudes at Duesenberg, and he was very, very cool and brought a bunch of guitars to a show in Germany. That's where they're based. And I said, hey, did you bring any lap steels? That's all I care about with your company. He said, no, but if I would have known, I would have brought one. I'd love to get one day. And so a few hours later, he came over and basically said he'd give me a good deal on one, and he did. So about a week later, Chris, by the way, hello, Chris, thank you again. Play it all the time. Chris hit me up a week later, said, would you like us to make you one that's just a limited edition color, all black? And I said, yeah, that sounds awesome. I knew I was coming back through, I think, Berlin in about a month after we kind of talked about this lap steel. And I came back, he showed up with the case, I opened this thing up, and I was just blown away. I mean, for the next week on tour, I mean, every night going back to my hotel room, I would just be in my room till 3 in the morning, just learning stuff on this and trying to figure it out. I still don't quite know everything on this thing. I will never know everything on this. Again, I'm not like an amazing lap steel player, but I like to find, where the chords are and go from there. I thought it'd be fun. I know in the last video I did just a quick examples of me playing certain songs, Stray Cats and stuff like that. But I thought it'd be fun to actually do a cover song on this. And I think, in my opinion, the most well-known lap steel song in the history of music is Sleepwalk by Santo and Johnny from the 50s. If you don't know what I'm talking about, if you've seen La Bamba, it opens the movie when he spoiler alert, when he dies, that song plays. You'll probably recognize it. It's in my top 5 favorite songs of all time, and it's instrumental. So I figured I'd do a cover for you, so enjoy.